Okay, so today is the 14th of the 5th, 2026. I am RKDM. This is The Burning Path. We're on ROLESTREAM. And we have with us Christina, who is playing Lissa, I assume.
Nimue.
Oh, Nimue. Okay, that's even better.
She's with Cinder right now.
I'll let you wonder why that's better for yourself. We have Cinder with us. I should say Avery playing Cinder with us. And Barry Tahira playing Emperor Storm, amongst other things.
No.
Yes.
Am I?
You are today.
Am I? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we're in Dagdagiel.
That takes me by surprise. Okay.
Yeah, I like to take you by surprise once in a while.
Maybe he could mix things up and play Lightning instead of Storm.
Right.
There's thematics there.
I know I've already made this joke with Barry, and yes, yeah, it's you're gonna have to get used to it, Barry. I think everyone's gonna make that joke, but hey.
What joke?
Well, lightning, storm, hurricane, storm, lightning.
Yeah.
What's your next character gonna be called? Forked lightning?
Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah. Thunder. Right. You could have rain, cloud, hail, snow.
I wish I hadn't done it now.
Sunshine. We'll call you Sunshine for short.
And I'll call you.
You call me DM, Master, and Lord.
You'll call him. Please don't drop a fridge on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He who shall not be named.
He shall not be named. That'll do. That works.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you are in Dagdagiel. It's a rainy day. The music is a bit loud.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, get the music man to put it down. He must be a real moron because he can't,
That's not even the frickin' track that I was supposed to be playing.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, well, I had a playlist lined up, and I decided to go off and play some other stuff. The playlist that I lined up was copyright free, so hopefully I don't get banned for that.
For all this talk about ruddy AI and how wonderful it is.
Yeah, it doesn't do shit, really, does it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Funny thing, like a lot of companies are actually saying that, well, they're finding that AI is costing them more than just hiring people again.
Yeah.
As soon as all the money the investors stop throwing money at AI and they have to pay the actual cost of it.
Right. All right, let's see. This should be the thing.
Oh, AI, I believe that AI has its place, but
oh yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't.
No, I agree. It's got its place, but I think you're always going to need the human touch.
All right. Yep.
No,
let's focus in. We're in Dagdagiel. You're in the palace. It's raining outside. Storm, it's been a long day. You've had emissaries coming and going all day, asking questions, demanding payments, asking for justice. So-and-so's farmer has done such and such and wronged him, and he needs recompense, and you need to force this guy to give him money so that he can be whole again, that kind of stuff. So-and-so ran away with so-and-so's wife. Lots of bickering, lots of nonsense, mindless stuff. And on this notion, we might have to get you to log into Burning Path.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I know I forgot something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My brain just went.
So
I do
this
apologize.
time, that's okay. Actually, it works because you probably would have logged in with the wrong character otherwise. This gives you the chance to log in with Storm.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's all right. So you're going to make a wisdom saving throw once you've logged in, just to see how pissed off you are with your day's work and these ridiculous humans that, make all these endless demands of one another, why can't they just get along? Or either that or kill each other. But, just one or the other, make up your fucking minds. I guess I'm maybe inferring a little bit. Yeah, Burning Path, and then choose to join the VTT with Storm.
Yeah, I know how it works. You taught me well.
Excellent.
Trust your teaching, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-3 Kenobi?
Obi-3 Kenobi.
Okay. Yep. Oh, yes, it's going to do that, is it? Yes, just because I'm coming. Yes. Great.
I'll know when it's logged in.
Yeah.
I'll be able to see.
What the heck is that? Oh, okay, we're all right.
There you go.
Now.
You've logged in. Okay, cool. So you can open up your sheet and roll us a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah. I've just got to do something to make it do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's very bright and nice. I don't know why they did that. Okay, what are we doing? A wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Cinder, I assume you're being Cinder today, given that your name is Cinder, and we have Nimue.
Funnily enough, yep.
Funnily enough. Whereabouts have you been throughout the day?
He's probably just arrived back in the city after to keep tabs on things after conferring with Sarduka about recent developments.
Okay.
I don't know about Nimue, though.
Well, given
I could come back with you.
Okay. Very good. So this means that you've probably recently been to Tabletop.
He would have had to for the portal.
Well, unless she came to you. Right,
true,
through the portal,
but if he's coming through the portal, he's not going to take a boat back.
Right, you've got it. Right, yeah. Okay, so you've come from Tabletop to Dagdagiel by horseback or wagon or foot or something like that, I assume.
He's probably got a wagon, need to do regular supply runs, so 2 birds, 1 stone and all that.
Okay. On your way into the city, can you roll a perception check, the pair of you?
Watch Nimue get something insane.
I'm watching.
Nope.
Well, it's not too
insane. You beat her
this
time.
You rolled a 3 for a 20. That's pretty insane.
That's pretty insane, yeah. Yeah, I mean, back in my day, you'd roll a 3, you'd be lucky to get a 4. But anyway, okay, so you 2021. Curiously, as you are crossing over the Quarry Road Bridge to the main spit where Dagdagiel lies, where the Road of Kings traverses down to the Dagdagian port, you see a Barachiel warship sitting in the strait in the distance. A bit further down in the port from where you are, you can barely see it. But it's clearly Barachiel. You can tell from the sail and the rigging and what have you. It's just sitting out in the water. It's not docking. It's just sitting there. In any case, you have business at the palace.
I would like to stop for a moment to do one thing. Do you remember that time you gave us that set of various lenses and whatnot?
Yes.
Cinder stops, takes that out, and sets it up so that he can get a better look at that warship.
So do you just get off on the side of the road to do this?
I mean, how many people are about at the moment?
Well, okay, given where you are, you're sort of in the outskirts, you've crossed over the bridge to the Road of Kings. You're kind of in an area that is more or less tent city.
Okay. In that case, he probably wouldn't do it here.
Okay.
Okay, I'll skip that then.
Well, you could go off the road a bit if you wanted
Okay.
to sort of take a little sojourn up into the trees.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like have somebody keep an eye on the wagon for a minute and
All right.
go and
Very
check it
good.
out. And he would like to investigate through the
Through the lens. All right. So
yeah,
would you like to make an investigation check with yes, that.
advantage
Yes.
or just oh nice, thank
Correct.
you.
Advantage. Yep.
It's 28.
28. Right. Yep, indeed, it is a big fat Barachiel warship. In fact, it's quite the fancy warship, I might add. It's not the biggest warship you've seen, but it's among the fanciest,
Hmm.
which makes you wonder whether it's a warship so much as it's the sort of ship you would expect a Barachiel prince to have. Some
Hmm.
really freaking obscenely rich Barachiel lord.
Okay, I pack up the telescope and go back to the wagon, and I
All right.
turn to Nimue. This does not bode well. We should make haste to the palace.
Um,
Okay.
Actually, you rolled a 20 what? 20
28.
28. You are aware of the flag and it's bearing the banner of the House of Renaz.
That I feel like I've heard that name in game somewhere before.
You probably
Would
have.
Cinder know it?
Cinder might know it. Cinder can make a history check. You can do it with advantage because it's Cinder and Barachiel.
Okay, well, that was flat, but oh, yep, Cinder definitely knows it. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. You could be wrong. It could belong to another member of the House of Renaz, but it's quite likely that this ship belongs to one Vorbus Daal Renaz, who is in fact the High Inquisitor of the Barachiel Dominion.
Wasn't he just in Vane Gate recently?
He was.
Interesting.
He gets around apparently. Again, it's just a boat. You haven't seen him, so
Okay, no, that's fair, but it is interesting.
it is.
Yep, definitely making haste to the palace.
Making haste to the palace. All right, so you get back on the whatever wagon or something, I suppose you've got with Nimue, and you travel together and you get to the gate. Now, going back to you, Barry, I believe you got a 12 for your frustration check. How many Dagdagian citizens have you slain today out of pure frustration? 12 might be the answer, but I don't know. It's quite resilient, really. 12. It's average, above average.
Average. You'll find out when I roleplay it, just how much.
All right.
I feel.
Well, our dear players, you arrive at the palace, having been given the keys to the city, so to speak, by the emperor, and you have all the palace roads and things open to you, and so you're able to approach quickly and enter through a special gate designed just for operatives such as yourselves. And so you slide into Emperor Storm's Megaron. Where did your video go? The hell? How are you doing, Barry?
I can hear you. No, I'm not doing anything. My thing's doing it. The computer.
Filthy computer.
You know how yours was doing things that you didn't want to
God,
do?
I do know. Yeah, it's very frustrating. Seems
it's
like
all right now, though.
Seems like a plug thing. A pluggy thing.
I've already done the plugs. I do the plugs before I come on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in any case, these two come into your presence, and you're just wrapping up with this particular fellow, Lord Doranus, and he's demanding that Master Flavonus provide him with recompense for the 12 laborers that he lost due to his having to change his labor laws or his labor rules. Unfortunately, some nonsense bureaucratic bullshit. And you're barely even awake listening to it at this point in the day.
So, you feel your own owed recompense, do you?
Well, clearly, my lord, recompense is due. Do you not feel so? After all, you've seen what has happened to my coffers on behalf of this scoundrel, I might add.
Scoundrel! What do you feel?
My lord, clearly these are lies against our house and our desires. Look, there is no truth in these matters. I have proof here amongst these papers, and our ledgers clearly show that, as is our divine right under the blah 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 wah 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 wah. He goes on, and your ears are switching off as he
My
starts
lord,
to rattle off the codes and numbers and paragraphs of blah blah blah.
my lords,
They bow simultaneously.
you are both wise men, correct?
Well, one of them scoffs at the other one, and then the other one scoffs back at him. They're about as bad as each other, these two.
I will give you 10 days to figure this out for yourself. And if you haven't figured it out in 10 days for yourself, then I will come up with a decision. And you may not like that decision. So, in 10 days, I want you to come back with me to me with a solution. Is that clear?
Just out of game. Stannis is here now, yeah? Would he be here? Or is he still in Vane Gate?
He's probably still laying with his beloved, having a lot of fun, which is another reason why I'm peed off. Because
he's here being your advisor.
But didn't he go off with
he
Lyssa
went
to
on
Vane
holiday.
He goes back and forth. He goes back and forth.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I'm peed off, because every time he goes back and forth, he's never here when I actually want him for something.
Well, this particular time, he happens to be here. Perhaps it's been a month or two since the last scenario we ran.
All right.
And so he's standing in the room and he says, "Do you hear that, lords? The Emperor demands you return in 10 days if you have not managed to find a solution amongst yourselves, and then he will cast his judgment." "Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord." Okay, so they go parading out, and as they're parading out, you catch sight of Cinder and Nimue. Cinder standing still with his helm jammed firmly on his head, unlike every single other person in the entire palace, except for maybe some guards.
Well, come in. Don't stand there.
But you seem to be having so much fun with them.
Greetings, greetings. Shall I shut the door?
That would be a good idea, because,
Very
after I'd finished beheading Sinway for his smart little remark, people might get upset.
Done. Locked. Well.
Good.
To what do we owe the pleasure these nights to you two, eh?
Why do I have a feeling there's going to be no pleasure involved in it at all?
Oh, why are you so cynical, Storm? I think
He is correct.
You've known these two for as long as I've known these two. Have they ever come through the door without a slight problem?
He's admitted as much. Did you hear him while you were talking?
Pardon?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Well, tell us then.
As I said, you are correct. It is not pleasant.
Not pleasant.
Not pleasant. See, I told you it wouldn't be pleasant.
You were right, of course. That's why you're the Emperor, and we are but the
yes.
And, this is why we
Children,
serve.
please.
Of course, there is the beauty of the best-looking woman in the whole place. It's good to see you, my dear.
Good to see you, your lordship.
Graces have extended to human nobility now.
Curtsies.
It's Nimue.
Now,
it's Nimue.
Nimue, you.
I can switch to Lissa.
Nimue, you. What are we doing? Because I want to know who I'm talking to. Nimue, don't tell me that you've got bad news like him.
Well, I do.
Well, I believe they came together. It's probably
Did
the
I
same
not
bad news.
say these words? Don't tell me that you've got bad news like him.
I have no bad news. It's great news. I'm here.
Well, that's a plus, I suppose. Do the two of you want some wine or something? I can fetch some hors d'oeuvres, some leftovers from before. We're lucky, our dear Storm here, Emperor, I should add.
Hang on.
Doesn't happen to like these acorns for some reason.
Excuse me. Why don't I just pull the long thing?
Well, keep your hands to yourself. But
I don't want to pull your long thing. I want to pull that long thing. You know that the servants always come rushing to every time.
I think it's called a bell, my lord.
Okay. All right. I'll let you handle that situation.
Yes.
Anyway, you two, tell us the good news or the bad news or whatever news
God,
you have.
I hope the news isn't urgent because we might never get to it at this rate.
There is some good news, at least.
Yes.
I have made some progress on how to reverse the process used in creating the red weapons.
Well, I am so proud of you.
Do you think Stannis knows what that means?
Great.
I think he probably knows what the red weapons are, but I don't think he knows. I don't think he's in on what Cinder's connection to them are.
Great. Wonderful. Did you hear that, Stannis?
Well, I heard the words. They echoed through my skull. They returned back through whence they came, narrowly missing my nostrils, but they left by the way they came in, my ears. I cannot say I comprehended them. I know what the red weapon is, so I believe, but a process to reverse it?
You do understand that the red weapons are orcs fused with demons by a process refined by the Barachiel.
Stannis shudders visibly.
I have come across some information as to how to reverse that process to separate the fiend from the mortal without killing the mortal.
I see. Does it kill the fiend?
Fiends cannot be killed on the material plane. They simply returned to whence they came.
By my material plane, I assume you mean here.
Correct.
Not the hells, as we oft refer to them.
Stannis?
It is a little more nuanced than that. The hells are simply one place fiends come from.
Oh my. I see. Well, yes, my lord. Emperor?
Your level of understanding is brilliant.
Thank you, my lord. I shall refrain from commenting upon yours.
So can you explain what he just said to me?
Well, you see, the Barachiel have been taking monsters from somewhere else, you might say hell, for example, and combining them with the bodies of orcs in order to create a weapon they call the red weapon.
I am fully abreast with that, yes.
Excellent. So, what I believe Cinder is trying to explain is that he has come to some understanding of how this process might be undone.
Who did you kill to get it?
Great question. Who did you kill to find this out?
A great number of undead.
Why would an undead know about this?
They didn't. The necromancer who created them did.
Oh, well, I see. You've been
Right.
adventuring again, haven't you?
Well, someone set a trap for me, and I went to find out who it was. In the process, he revealed some information.
Sort of logic one expects from the burning path, yes?
Yeah.
In any event, he has no love for the individual behind the Red Weapon Project. But, as I said, we do unfortunately bear bad news, and that would be... what was the name of that guy? Vorbis?
Dal Renaz.
We have seen a Barachiel ship at anchor, and based on the flag on the ship, I do believe that it may very well belong to Vorbis de Al Renaz, the High Inquisitor of the Barachiel.
High Inquisitor of the Baron. They have an Inquisition, do they? And I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. What
it is the least surprising thing about them.
Yeah. That is why have our ships not discovered this ship?
Well, I'm sure our ships must have discovered it. Why have they not sunk it is the question. Did you not give orders to destroy all Barachiel boats in the vicinity?
I did. Well,
Perhaps...
to plunder them, yes. And in the process, destroy them, yes.
Well, that does seem odd, doesn't it? Perhaps we best investigate somehow, by some means.
Yes.
Either that, or we could expect them to... it seems so obvious.
Sometimes the best ploy is the obvious one.
Well, I haven't done anything for a while.
Perhaps there's some matter of seaman rules or laws that prevent our forces from sinking it due to their flag arrangement or some nonsense we happen to be ignorant of. Should we collect the naval codes to see whether there's any information on that? Perhaps. I'll look into it. Besides, yes, would you like some grapes?
Well, I may have been told about it. I haven't had time to get to the latest, there's a word for it when you get information, the latest.
Intel?
Eh?
Intel?
Yeah, the latest intel. I haven't had time. They're over there. See if there's anything about it in there.
Very well.
At my desk.
All right, so Stannis goes and has a look through the various scrolls and things that have arrived and have not yet been read, messengers and missives and so forth. Look, it seems, my lord, we've missed something. It seems that we do indeed have a missive here from the Warfigure, explaining to us that indeed this Barachiel noble prince has arrived and seeks permission to make port. It's all stamped and whatnot. I'm a little bit miffed. They clearly, our navy has decided to not intervene in this matter. Strange.
He seeks permission.
Yes.
He's not just coming on in at his own
volition?
Yes.
Well, not as of yet, it seems, no.
I must say, you two, I am curious. What think you?
By the way, you didn't happen to see Lissa lately, did you? I'm just curious. It's been a few days.
Haven't seen her today.
Oh, well.
I did come to help her with wedding preparations, but this seems to take precedence over that.
Well, if you are heading back to Vaingate anytime soon, I do have a letter here. If you'll pass it on, he passes you a.
Will do.
Yes, well, it is all important that your romance should continue and carry on. Just don't worry about small things like the enemy being at the door. Now, as I was saying, as your emperor, what think you two about this? Should we give him permission and see what's on his mind, so to speak?
In my experience, if we do not grant permission, he will find some other way in and make life difficult for us in the process.
See, I knew you were going to say that. I'm getting to know you awfully well. All right. Stannis? See that permission is given, please.
Oh, very, very well. I shall send a missive immediately. Very good, my lord. Yes. There's also another knock at the door as he's going towards the door. Oh, I wonder who that is. He opens the door up and there's another messenger there. And he leans in and to Stannis. Well, it seems, my Lord Emperor, he says, turning around and closing the door again, it seems that matters have taken a turn. Perhaps we might have, you might say, in the common tongue, missed the boat.
Please don't tell me he's in my city without my permission.
No. It's worse than that.
Oh. Go on.
Well, apparently, there's been some sightings of some individuals who happen to have found their way into the locked wing of the palace. You know, that small altercation we had a few months back with the statue, the dragon in the pool, and so forth.
Yes.
Yes, that particular wing of the palace, under current repairs and whatnot. Repairs seem to be taking forever. Apparently, these Barachiel, I believe they're Barachiel, I'm just guessing, have made their way in there somehow, by some manner. Difficult to say.
So people can come willy-nilly into my abode and park themselves anywhere they feel like.
Well, I can't say that they necessarily did it with permission, my lord.
Oh my God. I was about to give him permission because he wasn't being pushy. All right, where is he? Per se, where do I have to go?
Well, I suppose best we bring your armor. Properly dress yourselves, my lords.
No, I was thinking of wearing my underwear.
Prepare yourself for battle, my gods!
Yep.
There is a time for sarcasm, and it has run out.
I am aware. I am so aware.
Here, take this. Here's your sword.
Thank you.
Strap this on.
Stannis, I can rest myself. You two, you want to come with me?
Yes.
What makes you think that I am giving you a choice in this matter?
I think you'd be hard-pressed to stop them at this point.
I should hope you would still consider me the emperor of this place, at least.
Of course you're the emperor, at least when the doors are open and there are people around.
All right, come on, let's get into it and let's see what he's up to.
All right. So you open the doors after getting your shit together and you head down the corridor. Various guards step aside as you approach various doors and you pass through various passages. And it takes about 10 minutes to get there because it's not right outside your Megaron. It's actually another building connected by a passage. And as you arrive, you notice that indeed the if you recall, there was a cleric who had been working on it. And so the entranceway itself is all marked up with runes and sigils and holy symbols and so forth and so on. And the guards hastily pull apart some of that stuff to allow you passage to the door, and then they tear off this large marking that's on the door, this big symbol that's on the back of a large board, basically nailed to the doorway, unsealing it. And they push the doors open, and you find that inside there is an envoy of about 8 figures, maybe 9, if you include one of them who sits on his knees at the front with his neck in a chain. The chain leads up to the hand of this individual who's very tall, and his head is completely wrapped in cloth. And you can see only these blazing, and I mean blazing, not like metaphorically blazing, they're actually blazing blue fiery eyes. And he stands projecting his majesty in your direction, flanked on either side by a number of wizards. These wizards are not wearing traditional red robes. They're wearing what you might consider the robes of Barachiel nobility. They're not just soldiers. They're not just war mages. They're something else. You can make perception checks.
That was a nat 1 for Cinder. I think it's just like he's just racking his brains. Like, who the hell is this guy? Is this Vorbis Renal Daz?
Yeah.
Storm also got a nat 1.
No,
Wow.
I think I'm so annoyed at this point. I'm just
Not paying attention to details. You're just fucking ready to stamp your feet. Meanwhile, Nimue is keeping a cool head, and she rolled a 35. So Nimue, you notice the following. First of all, there's a magical shimmer surrounding the area. The immediate area that they're standing in particular, it has a kind of a strange bluish humming electrical presence, like a dome that surrounds them. You can make an Arcana check if you wish. Well, Nimue's not. What class are you? She's a rogue.
Druid.
3 classes.
She
Druid,
does have levels in Arcane Trickster.
Okay, all right. This will be hard.
Yeah, it probably will be. Because she only got a... Oh! Wow!
20, okay.
Dirty 20, yep.
Dirty 20. I mean, no, it's not a natural 20. I think you could say it's some sort of abjuration, some sort of field of protection that surrounds them. All of them. Not just any one of them. It's like a sort of hemisphere or half a globe, if you like. The individual on the floor seems to be... He doesn't have traditional Barachiel haircut or anything like that. He doesn't look like a Zargant. At least not like a normal Zargant. In fact, he has a Dagdagiel robe on him, and his facial hair is shaved in a form that you recognize as a... Oh no, he doesn't have facial hair. I lie, because he's an elf. He's an elf.
Huh.
So yeah, he's clearly not Barachiel because he's an elf, but he has had his hair shaved off. We'll say that. Yeah, because he's
out of game. You have said there are some elves in Barachiel.
There are some elves in Barachiel. Yeah, that's true. But he's not a classic Barachiel Zargant.
He doesn't have. Does he have any tattoos or anything?
No.
Okay.
Can
I do a history check to see if I recognize any of these people in this crowd?
You can try.
19?
You don't recognize them, but you recognize the house of Renaz, and they seem to be members or servants of the house of Renaz, which is one of the Barachiel noble houses. At one time a royal house, not so much anymore. In fact, it hasn't been so for about 1,000 years. But they have gold-trimmed robes. Yes. Anyway, so what else would you notice?
I got a nat 1 on perception just because Cinder's racking his brain for any information he can get on these guys. So I think that's all. I think that's like he's got tunnel vision.
Oh yeah, you have, but I'm trying to think of what Nimue might else have picked up. She did not get tunnel vision. She got anti-tunnel vision. She read the room. Nimue, the main dude here, this guy with the blazing eyes, he seems taller than the others, almost as if his feet weren't quite touching the ground. And you smell in this room a hint of death that wasn't here any other time you've been here. I don't know if you've been in this room before personally with this character, but that death smell is the smell of smell of a tomb, like a long, like somebody that's been embalmed.
I pulled the guys aside and I give them the rundown of what you just said.
You got to pull them out of the room that you've just opened, and
I'm just going to pull them aside and whisper to them what I observed.
Okay. What do you say?
I tell him about the shield around and the smell and how he's apparently kind of seems like he's hovering off the ground.
Great Emperor Storm, do you keep me waiting?
Sorry.
No, my lord. In fact, I was about to give permission for your ship to come on in so I could hear.
How very quaint of you that you would give me permission.
I am the emperor of this domain. I would seek permission if I was in your lands.
Your privateers have been very busy, Storm. We have enjoyed the sport they have provided our escorts. It is adorable how they try. Lord Balin speaks so highly of your hospitality, however. We made sure to leave his mind intact, just enough to remember your name. I am Vorbis Dal Renaz, High Inquisitor of the Dominion. You will be honored to stand in my presence.
Will I now?
My masters have noted the unfortunate emptiness of your treasury, and we
Hold
have...
Hold it. Your masters? You have masters?
If you think I am to be a concern to you, you should be more concerned of my masters yet.
I met your masters.
My masters have noted the unfortunate emptiness of your treasury. We have decided to defer the interest on your primary loans for 3 moons. You will consider this a wedding gift. Silence! He silences you. Your mouth seals up. Silence.
You can piss off or die here today.
You're silenced. You can't talk.
Russell, this is just all... Nah.
You will consider this a wedding gift for the upcoming union of Lissa and Stannis.
Throw it out.
Okay, you're
I
silenced.
will accept nothing from
Barry, get over it. It's a game.
No, but you're not... He's an emperor. What do you think an emperor's going to do?
Yeah.
If someone came into my house, I would kick his ass.
Yes, okay, but you can't kick his ass.
But there's no... Where's the power
Barry,
this castle is supposed to have?
This is the ruined area. That's why I chose it.
I think Barry failed his wisdom save.
I don't think Storm would put up with this crap.
What is Storm going to do? You are dealing with an infinitely more powerful creature than you are.
That doesn't mean he's going to put up with the crap.
Well, that's why he's been silenced.
I don't agree with this. I really don't.
Do you want to continue or not?
I'm going to say that let me just do something. Cinder just sees Storm's reaction and just visibly grabs his shoulder and hisses at him, "Calm down. You are a predator. Be patient and wait for your opportunity."
That is true.
You can't speak, unfortunately. You're still silenced.
No, no, he's thinking it himself.
True.
In his head, my head. That is true. I have forgotten myself.
We heard the screams of Tarkisis's pet all the way from the Red Citadel. Such a shame you did not have the proper academic support to prevent such a mess. Now, the omens of Parkard too grow dark. Without our mages in the annex to maintain the city's celestial shielding, your people will be the first to burn when the rift opens. This is our key to the annex. He drops it on the floor in front of him. It is your choice to let the door remain locked or to open it to us once again. While your sky bleeds, but I do offer you this. And he has some of his men come forward and they open from within a bag of holding. In fact, say it's a portable hole. He casts a sheet across the floor and opens it, and inside it, once it's open, there's several barrels of something. This is the cure for the Skargan blood addiction. It was intended for the cult of Yurtress, but I have decided to give it to you. I should hope you can put it to good use, Emperor Storm. Before you speak again, let it be known that I have walked this earth for over 1,000 years, and I will not be spoken down to by an emperor, a king, or any lord. Your empire means nothing to me. Do you understand your position here? Nod if you understand, and I shall unseal your lips once again.
I refuse to nod.
Fair enough.
Cinder doesn't pinch the bridge of his nose, but like there's a flicker of something in his body language that says he wants to.
He just bites her lip.
Can I talk yet?
Well, if you're not going to nod, you can't talk, no. He's not going to just... He gave you
Can I walk?
You can walk.
I'll take what he's given me and I'll leave the room.
Okay. Very good. What do you two do?
Cinder has questions.
So he's going to linger.
He's going to linger.
Okay.
Basically, he makes a gesture of kind of like in Barachiel would be permission to speak. He's not going to piss off the Lich.
He's asking for permission to speak.
Yes.
To speak, right?
Yes.
Fair enough. He bows his head forward. At this point, your natural one on your perception check is starting to fade, and you're starting to notice a few things, like his crown, for example.
Mm.
His staff of power.
Mm. Yeah, Cinder doesn't want... Cinder is... definitely doesn't want to piss him off.
The globe of invulnerability.
Mm. Yeah, this is clearly somebody who's very equipped. If I may be so bold as to ask a question of you.
Of course.
You say that the Barachiel offers protection against Tarkesis. However, I know that there are forces within Barachiel that make deals with her.
How better to offer protection?
I know the saying of know your enemy, but the forces Barachiel deals with, the power they offer can be taken away. I would not trust them.
Not in 1,000 years have they been taken. I would not bet against it.
To the forces you deal with, 1,000 years is the blink of an eye.
Longer than the lifespan of your emperor.
Well, I do not judge I do not judge lifespans of mortals. I know the forces with which Barachiel makes deals, and it is not good to underestimate their cunning.
Do you have any other wisdom to offer me?
I do thank you for your patience with our emperor.
He is Tabashi. It is to be expected.
Very well. That is all I had.
Very well. Let it be known that if we do not immediately have our privileges in Dagdagiel restored to the embassy, then there will be consequences, and they shall be harsh. They will begin with plague. They will end with fire. The walls of this city may not yet stand. I bid you adieu.
I shall relay your warning.
He steps back. Take your prisoner, Balin.
Very well.
All right. They essentially stand and wait for you to leave.
Okay, we're doing that then. I think Cinder just goes and literally, just like seeing he's not in a good state, just physically lifts Balin up and carries him out of there.
All right. Very good. Okay, so you carry him out, and the doors just shut behind you. You hear the sounds of magical zappery and poppering and noises coming from within, and then it goes silent again.
Right, time to see about this collar on your neck. Cinder is looking at it for any sort of wards or anything that are...
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah. Okay. Just a second. Arcana. 27?
Yep, you figure out how to undo the collar. It is a magical collar, but yes, you can see the ward on the back of his neck, which he can't see, and therefore he can't read it. And so you're able to release him of it. Ah! 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 He looks up at you fearfully, and tears start pouring out of his eyes. Oh, he starts wailing.
It is all right. You are safe now. Should I send for one of your people's clerics?
He opens his mouth and reveals that his tongue has been cut out.
Nod if the answer is yes. I look around for somebody that can run a message.
All right. It's not hard to say that you find someone like that and you manage to bring clerics and they take him to go and get a round of healing and treatment. Stannis comes to you. He says, I'm taking some liberties here, Barry. Tell me if I'm wrong. But Stannis comes to you. He says, the Emperor has retreated to his Megaron and shut the doors. He has not admitted anyone. Perhaps he will speak with you. Where is Lady Nimue? Where is Lady Nimue? She steps out from a corridor. There you are. Yes, perhaps the Emperor will speak to you. Come. So you head back to the Emperor's Megaron and you get to the door. Storm, where are you and what are you doing?
I am in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking about actually giving up my thing, giving up my kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pacing the room.
Mm-hmm. I assume that these guys come and bang on the door.
Come in.
All right.
Oh, good. Cinder was going to threaten to smash the door, and if that didn't work.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys go in. Storm is pacing. Stannis closes the door behind you. Who are those people and what on earth is going on?
Do you know what a lich is, Stannis?
I've heard stories of liches, yes. Truly, that was like a mummy lord.
I do not know the specifics. I am not overly well versed in undead, but I can assure you that was a lich. And that was he was incredibly well equipped.
Perhaps you'll tell us a bit more about what a lich is then. I feel a little bit uninformed on the matter.
Simply put, they are wizards or other spellcasters who seek immortality. They construct a phylactery to house their soul, which is kept separately from their body. Typically, they do require mortal souls in order to prolong their existence. Other than that, it is difficult to say what is truth and what is misinformation. There do seem to be differences in their relative levels of power as well. But simply put, they are not someone you wish to antagonize.
I see. You say the body is kept separately to the soul?
Correct.
Meaning that the body is most difficult to kill.
My understanding is that if you destroy the body, but you do not destroy the phylactery, given time, the body will reassemble itself.
Are you all right, Storm?
No, I'm not. Apparently, any bloody godlike creature can just walk in here and do what they want. How do you think I feel?
Well, perhaps special. After all, they're giving you their attention, aren't they? They obviously want something with you, and you're being antagonized by them. I suppose they're not just antagonizing anyone, are they? And you did say, the nail on the head, godlike creature. There wasn't just anyone that came in here.
How much have we actually got in the copper now? Don't you tell me that hasn't been filled by now.
Well, we've been working on it, and it's, things are coming along, but there have been issues, problems, and no doubt these bastards are behind them. Look, it seems to me that we have two choices. We need to either we're going to go to war with them or we're not. Really, that seems to be it. And I see the very real consequence of us not fighting for them, fighting them for our lives. If we don't stand up for ourselves, this is what we're going to get. But as Master Cinder says, this is a lich. What can we do?
The other thing to consider is that we have not faced the full might of the Barachiel.
I do feel that they've been toying with us, and they have their own agendas and their own power games, but up until now they've been, it seems, divided among themselves. But if they ever get their act together and decide to point their pointy little sticks at us all at once, what can we do? Our mages, Lord Skagaran, he let's be honest, he's old and frail. He may be our arch battle mage, but I worry.
There are limits to what he can achieve.
Points against these people.
Barry, your microphone?
Same thing. I see no point. What's the point? They've got magical ships. They can float off the ground. They can do this and that, and yet none of my people can do any of that. So what am I to do? How am I supposed to make something that some empress didn't look after, couldn't look after? If she couldn't do it, why does everybody expect me to do it? killing them is where I belong. That's what I'm good at. I can kill. Sitting here in this, I'm achieving nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, this has been a classic concern for many an emperor in the past, of many a nation. This is a known fact that when warriors become emperors, they become, well, it's difficult, you know.
Difficult. The only way we can get them is by hitting their economy. And you've already heard that if we don't bow down to them, they're going to bring disease and pestilence and every other load of crap they can lay on us. Can we bring pestilence and disease? The only way we can affect them is by cutting off all their trading routes everywhere. So we literally starve them out.
I'm not even sure that will work, my lord.
Yeah, there you are. There's another one. I'm not even sure that'll work, my lord.
Well, they are a nation of islands. They have farms and all the things they need. What do they need trade for? We buy there.
Well, let's stop buying there. There must be stuff we don't need of theirs.
Well, we've quit buying all their goods, my lord, and certainly we have banned their produce, and most certainly have we banned their seeds. We are dealing with a singular power that has been in existence for thousands of years, or certainly hundreds, if not thousands of years, and they have had much time to plan, whilst we have been dealing with an empire that has been decaying. Our previous empress lost her mind. They had already infected her.
All I've managed to do is keep them out at the door, but apparently they can even come through that door whenever they bloody feel like it.
Yes, we have been something of a little setback to them. But all of this said, I mean, is it not true that the Burning Path has held their own against them at every turn? They have hounded them and been a thorn in their sides.
But this nation, this city, is not the Burning Path.
What would you like to do, my lord? Shall we retreat further inland, leave the city to burn, and leave its people? Perhaps we could travel north to Vane Gate and seek the sanctuary, perhaps even with the elves, Hemoth Tirith. We know that King Ivran has ejected them. Perhaps he has some thoughts on how we might act, some advice. This ancient city has been at war on and off with the Barachiel for a very long time, along with Amprodius and others. All of the cities of these lands, these islands, have suffered at their hands. Every nation in the world is suffering at their hands. Right now, they have their fingers in every pie.
You're all wanting me to come up with some brilliant idea.
Would you say you mean me personally? No, my lord, I do not expect you to do anything different to what every other emperor in the world is doing, which is right now suffering at the hands of the Barachiel. Perhaps what we need to do is find some humility and look to the other leaders of the world.
The other leaders of the world, one of them hasn't even got its rightful queen in place, because guess who's blocking it up? The Barachiel again. She's depending on it. Me and our people her world going?
Bring your microphone up, Barry. It's going in and out.
Oh. She's depending on our army and our ability to put her back in her old place.
See how they have divided us already? They have struck us of our own forces, divided us from our own soldiers, sent them thousands of miles from here, leaving us defenseless. We can hire mercenaries, but with what coin? My gods! How is it that we came into this situation only to discover that the coffers were empty? What was that Empress doing? They had bled her dry before you even got to power, my lord. It is not your fault. You do understand that.
Yes, but that's not good enough to tell the people. What I'm going to say, I'm sending your children and your everything else to fight a battle because I have hardly nothing.
Well, if we have hardly nothing, then we should get something.
But
How do
where?
you propose that?
Where? What?
What
How?
about that? What about that island you were told of that has large quantities of mithril?
What about that, my lord? What if we were to send an undeniable force? But we might need some assistance. What if? Perhaps this is a long shot, my lord, but perhaps what if we were to make some sort of alliance with some such as the Daughters of Twilight? Surely they are unassailable. Perhaps they would help us hold such an island fort and collect the mithril. Then perhaps we would be in a position where our economy may flow forth returns.
I thought we were already working on that.
We need to expedite that, if that is the case.
If with regards to holding the island, I do have another suggestion.
Very well.
I am given to understand the people who told you about it said similar offers had been made to Amprodius. What if we were to approach them and make it a joint mission, an allied force holding the island? They have no love for the Barachiel either.
As long as the Barachiel hold our various cities divided from one another, they control us. Yes. We need to send emissaries. If not, this seems like desperate times, my lord. Perhaps desperate measures. Perhaps even you yourself could go.
If you need to go, I will accompany you.
And I will come too.
There are other places too. Simbakan, Sak Salim, even the orcs. Well, they seem to have their hold with them.
There is the rebel leader, though.
There is. Perhaps we can gain a force from this one, the Kagi Mingal.
If my research bears fruit and we are able to reverse the red weapon transformation, I quite imagine those subjected to the process might join our side as well. Having the champions of the Angor Ma'aks as our emissaries would do us no small harm. No small good in turning the tide of the Angor Ma'ak Empire in our favor.
There is Zamradial.
I need time to think.
Of course.
I have to think about whether I want to hold this, whether I'm worthy enough to hold this crown.
My lord, please, if not you, then who? There is none more worthy than you. You were elected by the people. You have the mandate of the crown. Just because some lich from some faraway country breached our citadel, it does not invalidate you as the emperor. This lich has already breached many other cities, Have we not heard his name called from Vane Gate, even? Did you not say so, Cinder?
Yes, he was there quite recently.
If you wonder why this Queen Claresca of Scartabel hath not yet taken the throne, perhaps it is his doing. He is the target. Perhaps he must be faced individually.
Facing a lich of his caliber is no small task.
No, of course no small task, but still, surely it can be done. Surely we have members of the Burning Path and other heroes about the world who might have such power.
In any event, perhaps. However, without knowing the location of his phylactery, it is of little point. It would simply antagonize him.
Well, with what little we have left in our coffers, perhaps we could use that to leverage some information. Perhaps some gold would loosen the lips of some Barachiel spies who might tell us the location of said phylactery. Perhaps there is a means to find its location.
Perhaps, or perhaps the act of searching for it would have the opposite effect and antagonize him further. It is worth considering these options, but then we must also bear in mind the risks of doing so. In our current state, he believes that we do not have the wherewithal to face him. Even if that is the case that we are willing to take the fight to him, we must not act prematurely.
How powerful do you think he is?
I would say, given his age, I would not be surprised if he could use spells of the Ninth Order. Perhaps higher, if it's possible, on the material plane.
My God. But the spells on the material plane only rise to the Ninth Order.
But there is one point that everybody has mentioned.
Yes, my lord.
He came here himself.
Yes.
We must be doing something.
We present some form of threat to him, my lord, that's clear. And why is it that Dagdagiel is of such import to him?
Most likely it has to do with the prophecy.
Who have we got in Dagdagiel? Who did we send?
We are in Dagdagiel.
I mean, yeah, sorry. All right. Why are we so important to their idea? To their plan?
As Cinder says, perhaps it is to do with the prophecy of Israel.
Well, do you think he is gone? Or do you think his ship will still be in the bay?
We could check. We could send someone. I'll send someone now.
Send someone now.
Very well. Give me a moment. I will about it immediately. And he heads off. Closes the door.
I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but it just might.
And what is this idea of yours?
Well, I am gonna tell him or request from him that he ask his master to teach us the prophecy.
They would wish for something in exchange for that. They would not simply teach it to you for free.
Surely they would. surely they would want something. But if this prophecy means their obliteration, and surely it would, their obliteration as well as ours, surely if we're eager to learn it, then doesn't that mean they could get more disciples?
What you must be cautious of is that we have no way of telling if what they gave us would be a complete and accurate version of the prophecy. It is quite easy to manipulate people by giving them an incomplete or altered version meant to manipulate us to act in the way they do.
That is true. But as far as I can see, we have nowhere to go. We can't beat them outright in a battle. We can keep doing subtle things and little things, but in that time that we're doing subtle things and little things, like finding out if there are people that are against them amongst their own people, we're giving them time. We've got to do something that can distract them long enough to get away from us.
There is another possibility.
And what is that?
The Barachiel are known for their infighting. They currently present a threat to us because they are directing their combined attention against us. If we had a way of stirring them against each other again, that might distract them enough for us to gather our strength more.
I don't understand why they have everything in the way of power and we have totally nothing.
Because they have been manipulating the world for over 1,000 years, Storm. This is not an accident. This is design.
And people have been just letting them do this?
You have seen their ability to manipulate people, Storm. They use magic, they use drugs, they use tadpoles, they use whatever tools are at their disposal to manipulate and get the results they want. There are people standing up against them, but not enough. Sorry.
There's a knock at the door. Stannis opens the door from without and comes back in, and he holds the door open. He says, well, I have a surprise for you. Father's here. Lord Skagaran, grandfather, isn't it? He's his grandfather, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, his father's not especially useful.
Who's his father? One of Charlie's characters' various courtesans.
Yeah, he's like, I remember you saying that he looks like a thumb. I forget his exact name.
I can't remember. I have to look that up, but I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, so anyway, Lord Skagaran comes in. My Lord Emperor, I understand there has been some sort of malfeasance against you. These Barachiel wizards have entered the fray. I'm here, my lord, ready to defend you with my life.
You didn't do that. But what I want you to do is come up with something that can keep them out of this building.
Well, that's more difficult than you might think.
Why is it people keep telling me that it's more difficult?
My lord, tell me this.
Yes.
Why do you assume that it is your very personal right to have a building that no one can penetrate? Is there a lord in all these lands, in all this world, that has such a place?
Apparently they do, because I don't walk into their
Have you
main part and kill
tried?
anybody.
Have you tried?
If
I
you
would
wish
have
to get
assumed that if I already had it, you would have told me by now.
if you wish to get into the Red Citadel, I can certainly assist you.
There! Did you hear the man? If you wish to get into the Red Citadel, Cinder can assist you. What are you talking about, Lord Emperor?
Then what's your job?
My job?
Yes.
My gods, man. What is my job? My job is to provide advice, primarily, and to train the mages that stand upon the walls. My job is to set beacons and wards about. There is so much I can do, but you must understand that, like any country or nation, we have the best lances, the best armor, the best soldiers in the world, I say. But you must understand the Barachiel have magic. They have more than anyone. Well, almost more than anyone. There is one other nation that does, in my opinion, hold more power than the Barachiel in the form of magic.
The elves.
Indeed, the elves. Indeed, the elves.
I see nowhere to go.
There is one other thing that we can do. We can diminish their resources. We can set them against us in such a way that they will blow through their spell components at a rate of knots. The spells they cast, the powers they use, they're not free. They don't pull them out of their buttocks. They cost. Every spell costs. The components themselves cost money. They will run out like ammunition, like an archer with a bow, with so many arrows they can cast before they have none. They can bluff for eternity, but they cannot continue casting balls of fire forever.
Well, why have we not taken on this tactic before?
You, Lord Emperor, are the Emperor. Why have we not taken on this tactic, my gods, man?
You're all my advisors. Why haven't you advised me to do it?
We've not been in this position before. You do understand that we are running various wars and campaigns all at once. We all have many things to concern ourselves with. Listen, the situation seems to have changed. For whatever reason, the Barachiel are mobilizing against us presently. We do not know whether it is all of them or whether it is simply this one individual that my grandson here, Stannis, has told me of. This one, he says, was a lich. Now, we must be very careful. If we have a lich in our presence, that is a very dangerous thing indeed. For all we know, he has been sleeping for the last 1,000 years, perhaps, or he's been active. One does not know. His name is not upon my records. Except to say,
is a lich when he sleeps.
Does he sleep?
Does he keep the? I'm just using that as a term and phrase because I don't know what else to call it. When he's, as you say, sleeping for 10,000 years, does he know about everything that happens while he's sleeping?
I could not tell you that, my lord. I could only say that perhaps it would be a matter of how powerful he was as the lich. If he was indeed a 10,000-year-old lich, such as the one we call Sidarhael, then yes, I imagine he would know all things, as his mind would inhabit the astral plane, bordering the ethereal, traversing all these places at once. If he was a young lich, newly born, newly made, well, perhaps less so. But to become such a creature, my lord, you must understand that a very powerful wizard lived before he was a lich. He had already lived his life and fully completed it. An archmage extraordinaire, but one with no morals, no qualms, no conscience, no love.
I wish he had no brains. That would help.
That is unfortunately the very thing that he does have in spades. Planning is his strength. That is what he's been doing. And consolidating power. Clerics. Perhaps it is not our domain so much as the domain of the clerics to consider this. Perhaps this is a matter for the gods.
Well,
have we sent emissaries to Hemoth Tirith? To the Twilight Isles, perhaps? Imdralan?
all right. Tennis?
Stannis?
Stennis, rather. I want you to send a message that I'm going to write.
To whom, my lord?
Once I finish writing it, you perhaps could help me.
Yes, my lord.
How many countries and nations had the Barachiel annoyed?
Well, I dare say most of them, if not all of them, my lord. That's quite a few. And when we speak of nations and countries, well, most of those nations and countries, there are but a few empires. There is the Angkor Ma'ark, which they seem to have maybe not complete control of, but certainly some hand in their affairs. Then there is Moldrea, which, as you well know, they have affected the outcomes of their proctors and their council of, what do they call themselves? The
High Wardens, I believe.
High Wardens, yes. The other ones, though, they're out of game, actually. They are... when you're not the king, but you've been put in place of the king.
Regent?
Regents.
Regent.
Yes, right. The Council of Regent, the Regency.
We
Yes.
met other characters met them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I'm gonna do.
We have not spoken of Sak Salim and the Khalisat, Motorkar, the jungles of Kurgasiax. Few have travelled there. Who knows what Barachiel monstrosities they have brewed within those jungles. Charasith, City of Chariots. Time out, yep.
All right.
Regarding Kurgasiax.
Yes.
Remember that UNT we brought back and Sornel gave to Cinder?
Right.
How Cinder managed to get out of him about Kurgasiax?
Great question. We never really dived into that. UNT, Kurgasiax. Okay, so you've discovered that there is a whole secret empire called the Khalisat. The Khalisat, basically, there's a number of desert cities and towns which are more or less openly UNT
Desert
controlled.
in Kurgasiax?
Oh, no. It's ranging, starting from Sak Salim is like the capital of the Khalisat. But they extend out to Motorkhan and out into Kurgasiax. And Kurgasiax holds some of their most ancient temples, including some big-ass pyramids and shit in the jungle.
My understanding is that Kurgasiax is held by the UNT, and that they have influence over Sak Salim and Out of game, what's the other one?
Motorcan.
And Motocon. However, I do not know the reliability of the information I have been given.
All right. Let me think on it.
There's another thing actually out of game that you should consider, which Cinder would know. I don't know if Nimue knows, but Cinder should know, and that is you sent specifically a team to Shaleku for a reason.
There is also the group we sent to Shaleku.
Yes.
The city of the dead, my lord.
Yes.
Yes.
You have not shared this with me.
Because...
Burning Path.
Burning Path people, yes.
Well, perhaps it is time to share. Tell me, who have you sent to Shaleku and to what end?
I thought I'd forgotten, actually. I forgot about them. That's not the Bell place, is it?
It is the Bell place.
Oh, it is the Bell place.
Yeah.
Yeah. We, what can I remember? It seems so long ago.
Well, you only know about it second-hand wise anyway, so you
Okay.
don't have to remember everything, and it might not be that they might not have told Storm too much about it, if anything, but Cinder would know.
Okay, Cinder, fill him in.
The team was a paladin of hailing from Hemoth Tirith, one of the noble lines. As I understand, he was a child of the main house. There was also the cleric Vespera, an orc of the Mingali tribe named Rokan. I believe you may have met him. Out of game he has.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. As well as I am given to understand, a group named the Servants of the Fox sent one of their emissaries, and they were meeting with an expedition by the Daughters of Twilight in the area.
And you've not heard word from them?
I understand the Bard has been in contact with them, but I do not know the specifics.
I see. Well, perhaps there is hope there. There have been stories of Shaleku that I have heard my whole life. If there is any fragment of the prophecy, it would be there.
Yeah.
It is said that city of the dead is filled with artifacts from the time of Israel. There may be other things besides prophecies. Whole armies were said to be buried there, embalmed, ready to rise at a word. One can hope that the Barachiel do not get to it first. No doubt they're trying.
Well, do we know what the situation is there at all now?
Out of game. Well, first of all, one thing I want to do is resolve the fact that we don't have a spare. So we can say that the last message that you had involved her disappearing. The Daughters of Twilight, if you remember, they had a pronaos that they had maintained in a small ruined building there.
I remember, yeah.
Right. So you might have... who was there? We had Rokan. Who were you playing? Christina?
Athene.
Athene, right. That's right. And you were Lotharian.
Yeah.
Now, did Lotharian, are they any of those likely to have had sending stones? to have contacted the Burning Path? Or were they
I've
relying on Vespera to do that? Because if Vespera disappeared and she had all the fucking shit, you might not have had contact for some time.
That would make sense because like she and Rokan were the longest standing members, and she's def out of the two, she is definitely the more organized one.
I want to say that I don't know. This could be a bit cheeky. What was what was her name? Was it
Gilra,
was it Gilra? It was Gilra, wasn't it? That was
JoJo's
actually
character
Gilra. JoJo's
Gilra.
character Gilra was
But the
there.
thing is, no, the only person in the Burning Path, the only people in the Burning Path who know her are Ren and Sornel, and neither of them are here.
What if Gilra had betrayed Vespera
What
to the
if Gilra
Barachiel?
had been
Hmm. Right. Exactly. Exactly my thoughts.
What's that mean?
She had a tadpole put in her head.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So, in which case, that would explain where Vespera went and also where Gilra went. Um, and so those two have vanished, and so Vespera would have disappeared with all the special poos and wees and gear and stuff that would have been most useful for communicating and so forth. It doesn't put the group out of action. It just means they haven't been able to communicate until now. They might be in
Hmm.
the process of trying to find some workaround for it.
I mean,
Um,
the workaround is somebody on our end uses sending on them to be like, "Hey, what's happening with you guys?"
right, and it could be. I mean, don't also consider that Shaleku is its own mythal as well, which could
True.
interfere with any intercommunication stuff as well. Part of the reason why it's so fucking difficult to get there and be there and deal with it.
Hmm.
Um, but yes, so I think once we shall very soon return to Shaleku, I think,
Hmm.
and finish that storyline.
Okay.
Um, but yes, all right. So that's probably what we know at the moment. The
Hmm.
communications have gone dead.
Hmm.
But there's we should drop in something there that says, "Hey, there's hope." We don't think they're dead, but we know that their communications have been lost. But you've had some message from one of them through some roundabout way. I don't know what that could have been, like an actual messenger, like a bird or something, or something that's taken a long time to travel.
How
Somebody.
far is Shalaku from where Rokan's mother is?
It's on the opposite side of the rift.
Okay. So it would take ages for them to get there?
Well, for the
For
Mingali,
him to get
well,
there, for
for
Rokan to get there.
for Rokan to get to the Mingali,
Yeah.
yes, he'd have to go all the way to the head of the rift. He'd have to discover Gabura Nox, um, and then go through Maglubiet's maze to get to the upper Angkor Empire, below the mountains of the Banakaya and the plains of the Mingali. It
Do
would take
the
many months.
do the do the Daughters of Twilight have a sending stone or a
Well, that's true. That could
yeah.
be the other workaround. Um,
I have thought of a third workaround.
yeah.
Tozen.
Yeah. Who amongst your characters in Shaleku is knowledgeable of Tozen?
Lotharian's in a pact with him.
Lotharian is in a pact with him. Okay.
I feel like he wouldn't just tell Sornel what's going on, but he might be like all cryptic and talking down to him about saying something about the situation.
What in particular would he need to know?
Hmm. If there'd been an upset, like, oh, by the way, there's been a betrayal.
I think it would be obvious to your characters in Shaleku that Vespera has betrayed you,
You mean Gilra?
or Gilra. Yeah.
I'm talking about getting a message out.
So you're saying Tozen would provide the message, the message.
I'm
Be the
suggesting it as a possibility.
I think that Tozen would not do it directly, but I think he would do something like provide you with a spirit animal that could do such a thing. Like, for example, do you remember the wolf Nogrustru, who was one of his
Like basically send. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying he'd directly do it, but like send something.
Yep. Yep.
Could even just be like a dream.
That's true. Yeah, it could be a dream. Yeah, a dream's probably quite a good idea, actually. That works. That works. I like that. You've been really quiet for a while, Christina. Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Nimue doesn't know anything. She's been in the forest before everything.
Right, fair enough. She has had the privilege of hanging out with Maith, um, who's quite a smart cookie and knows things.
Yeah.
So,
I
Has
was
she?
thinking server than not Nimue.
not Nimue?
Yeah, that's
No,
a
Oh,
that's a
thing.
right,
theme.
that's the thing.
That's a
I'm getting
theme.
confused again. Yeah, okay, got so
I
many
mean,
characters. You like Barry.
she could
I
have
think
like if she's been spending time at Shaleku, maybe she's gotten a few things from Sarduka.
Who's this?
Could
a
Nimue have
theme.
gotten some? No. So currently, you're Nimue. Could Nimue have gotten some things from like Sarduka and whatnot from staying in Shaleku?
Right.
Not, from Turgaile. The
Tiraga, right.
too many places.
I know. Yes, yes. Yeah, you're having the same problem I have. Yeah, that's totally. Yeah, totally could have. Totally could have. So you would be up to date with all of the info about what's been going on as far as the Burning Path is concerned, because given that you're now a senior member of it. So yeah, you get the briefings.
Mm-hmm. Well, she knows a little bit about Shaloku or Shaloku, however you say that.
Shaleku.
Shaleku.
Shaleku. Yep.
Her Vespa is her cousin.
Yeah, Vesper's a cousin. Yeah.
Right.
Vesper is her cousin.
Vesper is Nimue's cousin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
They're both wildfire druids from Tempioth.
Right.
That's another possibility. Benu Azalt might intercede.
That's true. That's true.
You two. This is my tiger talking.
Mm-hmm.
How much money does our organization have?
The Burning Path.
The Burning Path.
I do not believe we have an excessive amount. However, there have been some discussions of trade with the rightful heir to the throne of Hemeth Tirith. Apparently, he has a ship full of treasure.
Oh.
Could we ask him? Could we ask him for a loan to pay back the Barachiel with?
We can certainly ask the bard, but I don't believe the rest of us are in direct contact with him.
Yes, perhaps, yes. But clearly there is a line there. It is a good theory.
Because then, if they try to justify by we owe them money to justify their reason to attack us, and we've already paid them back, that's one justification they can't use.
Even if we are simply making steady repayments on the loan, it does undermine their justification.
Yeah. Oh, and we have some magical items that we could give to the Barachiel, and then let the Emperor of the elves know that there's magical things with the Barachiel.
Alternatively, if we have magic items, perhaps we can give them to the elves directly for their assistance.
Now that's good.
A trade.
That's good.
A direct trade, no question of some future payment. It is immediate and yes.
And it gives us a favorable appearance to him.
Yes. After all, Ivran may be less than an ideal leader, but the enemy of our enemy is still our friend for now.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll send messages to one.
I will message the bard.
Yes, message the bard.
So
make sure that is done, so we are no longer in debt with the Barachiel. I want to get that out of our hair.
What message are we sending the bard?
Right. We basically want to apply for a loan.
Ah, yes, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, bard, you get a message saying, "Can you hook us up with a loan from King fucking Bragan Arathani, please? Thanks. Bye."
The response is basically,
"Oh, by the PS, a big one."
The response is, we'll need, basically, the response basically boils down to, I'll see what I can do, but we're going to need collateral.
Right. Collateral. Okay, so quick discussion on collateral. What's our collateral going to be? I have one idea.
Okay, now one thing we did actually discuss in character was Cinder providing arms and armor.
Yeah.
Adamantine and such like, but there's obviously a limit to how much he can actually put out even using magic.
Right. Yeah, true.
And you know, even if it, like, his stuff is worth a hell of a lot, like, I don't think it's a lot compared to the debt Dagdagiel owes.
Right. I mean, you can arm a few soldiers over a period of a few weeks or a few months.
Well, I mean,
they'll be really well armed with the most amazing stuff. But
to be fair, let me see how many skills.
The difference being, like, you could get an army of people building armor. For an army, you know, you can't personally mass produce stuff. You can build one set at a time.
Okay, no, the thing is, if he uses fabricate,
right,
he could theoretically make 4 sets of adamantine plate a day if he has sufficient materials.
Right, and there's the supply issue as well.
Yeah, there's an issue of how much we've got stockpiled and whatnot. Right. Actually,
but it is something.
Cinder has an idea. Lord Skargaran, you are more versed in matters of local politics and such like than I am. What do the dwarves of the Barachiel as a whole feel towards the Barachiel?
Well, that is a difficult question. I have heard rumors that the Barachiel have sent an envoy into the Barachiel. Ignoring the dwarves, they have instead made some allegiance with the drow.
This aligns with what I have heard as well.
I do not think that they have come into direct conflict with them.
If I was able to get a message to someone in the leadership of the Barachiel, do you think it is worth approaching them?
What is it that you wish to ask them for?
Storm was talking about making alliances.
Well, certainly we should attempt to make an alliance with the Barachiel. The Thanes of the Underkingdom certainly would make good allies. As for what they might do against the Barachiel, well, it's hard to say. They have their own very insular population, and I have it on good account that it is dwindling. They have their own problems, is what I mean to say.
Very well. It was an avenue that I thought would be worth inquiring about.
It is certainly worth inquiring about. It is an avenue that I do not know the answer to.
Very well. When I next have the opportunity, I shall inquire
Look into
more
it.
directly.
Yes, yes. Certainly worth the trouble. Is there a way to set the drow against them? It seems to me that the drow population are not one monolithic empire, but rather a fractured series of cities.
I believe the best person to talk to about that would be Zor. He is a drow, after all.
Indeed, indeed. Yes. Well then, we shall summon Zor. He would be at Tabletop, I suppose.
That is most likely. He said something about training some disciples.
Of course. I am aware that the Ambrodians are very much against the Barachiel, and Zamradiel, they have had their fair share of issues with them. They do not have the same level of antagonism as Ambrodius, as they are not within the same reach. But still, the trading between Dagdagiel and Charasith and upwards is being interfered with by the Barachiel, and that much will concern them. The Imperium of Dagdagiel has many spices and other trade items that the world would miss out on if the Barachiel ceased our operations.
I have suggested to Storm that it might be worth sending a joint expedition with Ambrodius to that island with the Mithril.
Very well. Seems reasonable.
If we wish to do so, it might be best for us to send an envoy if there's someone suitable.
I feel we should send an envoy to the Ungor. I do not think that the Barachiel have complete control of that place.
If there is to be an envoy to the Ungor, I wish to go.
Truly.
Someone must take responsibility for the Red Weapon project.
Ah, I see. Perhaps when Rokan returns, you should go together. Or perhaps you should go to Shaleku and find Rokan. Travel forth from there.
Unfortunately, without a druid who knows the area, it would take me considerable time to reach there. If we had the name of a portal in the area, it would be different.
If we could message our companions in Shaleku and tell them that it is imperative that they find such a portal. It is said that there is such a thing in Shaleku.
I believe the bard, from memory, the bard may have a way of contacting them.
Very well. All right, so going back to the earlier question, which was what is our, how are we getting a loan from Bragan Arathani? What's our collateral going to be? He has a treasure ship full of treasure.
I think it would be difficult to get the entire ship off him. The other thing is the treasure is like Asturian coins, if I remember correctly.
Largely.
So if we got Astorian coins from him, we're going to have to go through somebody else to change those to modern currency because uh, we can't just if we give the Barachiel Astorian coins, they're going to be like, where exactly did you get these?
Well,
I feel like I mean,
They-
they might have
on.
to. They might have
We-
to just swallow it.
Well, hang on. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, you did steal those coins directly out from under their noses, but then they stole those coins out from under the noses of Vane Gate. So,
Yeah.
who's really to blame? Who really can stand up and say you stole them? I was like, yeah, I stole them from you while you were stealing them from them. You know.
Yeah.
You're trying to steal what I've already rightfully stolen.
Exactly. Exactly.
And as far as I know, they're still looking for Milford Brixton.
Well, if you hang on, does anybody here have any recollection of those events or any connection to those events?
The only person besides the only person, okay, so the only character, so basically there's only two characters that have any idea of what happened firsthand in that. So there's Milford Brixton still around.
Mm-hmm.
And Sornel saw that ship sailing past and he tried to catch up with it, but it got away.
Okay, well, Sornel, so Sornel saw that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You described that somebody
Yeah,
stealing a
yeah,
Barachiel ship and he saw it, but that's all he knows, that somebody stole a Barachiel ship and sailed off with it.
Okay. Cinder doesn't have any connection to that. Nimue doesn't. And
No.
Storm, you were in town not too long before that, looking for smoke.
Yeah.
But not during that because you were playing Milford then.
No.
Okay, so Sornel. So here's my next question: are you going to relay this whole story about why you're doing this to Sornel?
He'd be like, yeah, so why do you need all this money suddenly? I think he does know about, to be fair, I think Sornel does know about the Empire's financial situation.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, I think
because he
does.
I took him down there to have a look at one.
Yeah, he went with Lissa.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Sornel's not stupid. He's like, okay, you need money. The bear is basically be like, he probably even said to the message, the Barachiel are being pests again, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Barachiel are being pests again, aren't they?
If anyone mentions Vorbis Dal Ranaz to Sornel, Sornel will know that he was the Inquisitor that was in Vane Gate, and he will have personally laid eyes on him. Because he was the guy that was chasing the ship when they escaped with it, when the Vane Gate Chronicles crew stole that ship. It was Vorbis that was after them for the first week. And so
I think I was actually, one thing I didn't mention, but I was thinking, I think Sornel would have used his artificer feature to actually he's mainly doing an image of the crown, but would also include the head it was on, because he's like, there's something about that crown that I don't feel like it's just a regular crown. But he doesn't know. I don't think he would have, and the history didn't have any idea what it actually is. But he's like, yeah, there's something strange about that. At a game, I have a pretty good idea of what it is. But I think Cinder's just like, why is that guy wearing a Lich isn't just going to go around wearing a crown as a fashion statement.
No. I mean, you could make a history check.
Yeah, all right.
And you've got a lot of books to research and stuff around here, so you could maybe dig up something. Lord Skagaran and his people could help you, possibly.
19. I think there's something familiar about it with a 19, even if he's not certain, just based on looking at it.
Well, one thing that you discover is that the style of the different principalities of Barachiel are each ruled by sort of local czars, if you will. And each of those czars tend to wear a crown. But their crowns are based on the style and the designs of ancient crowns from Shaleku and the Empire of Shaleku and Israel. There may even have been rumors that some of those crowns might have been stolen or taken back to Barachiel.
Actually, and he's kind of like pondering all this. By the way, Lord Skargar, while I have you present, what do
Yes.
you make of this crown? And he passes over the image.
The crown of a Barachiel prince, no doubt.
The style is reminiscent, but
They
there
all
are
think
certain
they're kings, I suppose.
I don't know. This one, there's something different about it, but I can't place my finger on it.
It harkens to the style of the crowns of Shaleku, the old kingdom of Israel.
Perhaps this is one of the earlier copies.
Perhaps, or worse, one of the real things. After all, you say he is a lich. Were these not the crowns of liches? Are they not said to have held crowns according to the information that you have gathered?
It is not my area of research. I have, up until late, I have not overly concerned myself with the doings of undead.
Well, again, best we speak with the bard. Perhaps he knows.
Very well.
All right. Okay, so long story short, you sent a message to Sornol about.
Oh,
this
by the
thing.
way, we saw a lich with a weird crown. His name is Vorbis something. Do you know anything about that?
It looks like this.
You can't send images by sending.
True, but you can send letters, possibly by portal.
True, but then we'd have to have somebody go to Shaleku and then...
Oh, right, to Shaleku. Right. No.
We don't have a portal closer, unfortunately.
No, that's true, yeah. Okay, true. Fair. Okay, so did we decide on what our collateral is for the...
Not yet.
Well, you could offer them... Skagaran says, I have an offer for you.
What would that be?
I offer you my house. If the money is not repaid, the house of Skagaran will become the indentured servants of King Ivran.
Ivran?
Who are we taking the money from? Oh, sorry, from the Servants of the Fox, right?
Yeah.
Right. King Bragan, right.
If you are offering your house, then I can do no less than offer myself in the same position.
It should be myself to offer myself. There's no reason why you should sacrifice yourselves.
Well, perhaps they can have all of us. See what they want. Let us begin with the least of us. That could be you, Cinder. That's just kidding.
Well, basically, he's probably Cinder is probably the most immediately useful to them just because he's just a fuck-off smith.
That's true. All right. Well, why not then we begin with the smith? And if that is not enough for them, then I offer my house. And if that is not enough, then we offer them the Emperor.
Nimue would offer herself.
Wait a minute. Did I use my entire army to go on that battle that I had nothing to do with?
Which one?
The one
army
that
in Vangate.
Yeah.
No.
No entire army.
No, you have like 3 armies. You sent one of them.
I know what I'm going to offer him. I
Don't-
will,
Yeah.
in exchange, use my military to back up his military when he makes his claim.
Well, that's perfect.
After the 1 year runs out?
Yeah. I
All right.
will
Oh,
back him up
year and a day.
my military will back up his military.
All right. So you pass that on to Sornal.
Yeah.
Sornal passes this on to whomever he knows in the servants of the fox.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to make it more. I don't think Sornel would have a direct line,
Mm-hmm.
but he knows somebody who does.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pass it to Lissa to pass to May.
To Lissa to me. Wow. Okay. So where's Lissa?
She's, I guess, in Van Gate working
She's
on
in
wedding
Vegas.
plans.
Right.
Yeah, so I
okay.
think basically just Sornel crashes into your room and it's like, okay, so some very interesting developments are happening in Van Gate. I need you to relay some messages to your brother, I believe.
Okay.
And basically just like this is this is what's going on, and can you please pass that along and see what it it's like it's kind of a game of telephone here.
It is, right.
Hang on. I'm at Dagdagiel, aren't I?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting a bit confused. Okay. All right. Yeah. I know where I am now.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. I'll switch over to the world map so we can refer to that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, that's what I'll offer. Literally, I will help him take back what belongs to him.
All right. Very good.
Okay, so if at a game, if we're not ourselves going to be the ambassadors to Improdius, I have thought of some candidates.
Okay.
Erevan and Reinhold.
Erevan and Reinhold in the other campaign. Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Since we're going to pick up with that next week.
You're going to send them where?
To Improdius's envoys.
To Improdius. Okay.
Because they're from there.
Right. So you're going to send them back there. Perfect.
Okay,
well,
so
yeah, you had them. Yep.
Let's figure out what's happening now. What's happening now? What's our plan?
Okay, we're working on it.
Okay, so the main plan at this point is you're offering various services to Maith of the Servants of the Fox in return for enough coin to pay off the Barachiel to keep them off your backs.
Even if it's not enough to like pay off the debt completely, just like enough to
No, I want to pay this bastard off completely. Because they can use that as a reason to go to war. A reason to take us out.
There is also the issue of transporting that amount of currency.
I've got ships. I can send one.
You're looking like
right.
It's like a year or 2 years, like probably a year for a round trip for a ship to get all the way there and all the way back again.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I'm saying. Like
if you get them to send a ship here from there, that will take 6 months.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to do it's significantly less time, but we'd have to hold off the Barachiel for 6 months, and we don't know if we have 6 months.
If you happened to have a Barachiel ship or a magical ship already there, which you currently don't, well, do you?
Oh, well.
We have a Barachiel ship, but it's here.
It's here. Right.
Yeah.
It would certainly take some time off that too.
The Skargaran docks last I checked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fastest option that you have right now is to plead Bragan to send the treasure ship that they have back to you from
Yeah.
Tularathian.
And it has to get here without being intercepted by anyone.
Bragan has they send back a message via Lissa that they could try using the river routes and crossing the Banakaya with a certain amount of magic. They might be able to bring the ship across the mountain ranges and then down the other side by the river, which would save probably 3 months.
Now, let me guess. My character has never met Bragan, has he?
Are you talking about Storm?
Yeah.
No, he's never met Bragan.
Mm. Okay.
I mean, you could go and meet him.
How long would, even with portals, that would take a while.
Well, with portals, it would take, okay, so it takes 5 minutes to get to Vane Gate by portal.
Well,
And
plus a
then,
day to get to Turagail.
right, okay, fair, cool. Okay, yep. So a day to get to Turagail to the portal. And then probably 6 to 8 weeks to get to Tularathian.
And I need to gather up actually how much forces I've got, and I need to present that to him so we can see that he's got a worthwhile force.
I mean, technically, a lot can be communicated by magic.
Okay.
You do have a dragon.
You do have a dragon, and also crystal balls are a thing.
Yeah.
And sending stones are a thing. And,
yeah.
That kind of stuff. So there are ways and means of communicating that information without having to go in person.
Okay.
I would also add that out of game, you don't know this, but Maith can teleport all over the place.
He does get around.
He does get around. Yes. So,
well, if we can get them a message like we did, I'll also add that if they need to deal with me in person, because, they might, well, who is this bugger that apparently can offer us an army? They might want to see me. I hope they'll not, but, I'll write that in whatever I send them.
well, if Lissa
that.
has most certainly met Storm.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
And if Lissa gives her seal of approval, which I don't know, I'm asking Christina whether she would give her seal of approval.
Of course.
In which case, Maith is very likely to say, well, my sister the dragon says it's cool, and they're good for it.
Okay, good, right. Okay, so we can do that. So we can achieve something.
Yeah, I think so. And I think as far as Maith and Bragan are concerned, they're sitting on this huge ton of money, but they can't really do much with it currently. And by exchanging it for something useful, the army is what they need. In fact, the money that they got was so that they could raise an army. That's what it was for in the first place. And if you are going to be the army, and the thing is, you already have an army in Vane Gate.
Yeah.
Right? So you just have to march it from Vane Gate up to Tularathian. And that's only like a third of the distance. So you don't want to be marching an army from Dagdagiel all the way to Tularathian. That's a fucking ridiculous journey, and they'll probably lose half of them trying to get there.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, you can't get to Tularathian easily by ship. You can go a long way by river, but you can't take big river ships, or big ocean-bearing ships up the river too easily. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, cool. So you have some plans. You're sending some emissaries in different places. You're going to send Reinhold and what's his face?
Reinhold and Erevan is like my
Aravan.
out of game suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might
no,
be funny if Storm is like, hey, what happened to those guys from Amprodius? Are they still around?
Right. Well, as it
no.
so happened, yeah, I mean that's our other campaign. Um,
Hmm.
our weekly Wednesday campaign.
Which we're about to switch over to this week, which is why
Yeah,
I had the thought.
that's perfect. Great. Gives me something to pre-plan. Aha.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right,
I'll
so
have to throw out the Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh, good.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Just, remember to throw some goblins in for Jerry to make friends
Storm
with.
is Storm is upset,
Understandably so.
but I'm out of game. I'm finding it frustrating too, because at the moment I feel like I'm pushing crap uphill.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really frustrated with that.
Fair enough.
And that
You
the
should be.
Barachiel has had more of a. I want to achieve something. I
Mhm.
feel a little bit bitter, but I really feel like I'm pushing uh, where they're concerned uphill, wasting my time. Um, that's what's annoying me.
What
Um,
level are your characters?
We're like
17.
17.
Right. So you've got like a little bit to go.
yeah, no, it's not my character thing I'm worried about. It's just that they seem to be constantly getting it and constantly doing what they want to do, but I don't feel like I'm achieving anything.
Right.
I feel like that guy that is always pushing a stone uphill.
Sisyphus.
Yeah, I
Yes.
feel like him at the moment. I'm feeling
Right.
very much like him, and I mean me, Barry. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very frustrated with that.
Mm.
Um, I don't know if it's because I'm slow or not thinking
No, it's
properly,
not
but
because you're slow or you're not thinking properly, Barry. It's because it's a story. And in stories, there is conflict because conflict is drama.
yeah, I
Uh,
know, I
yeah,
know.
There's
you
no
have
other
to.
reason. There's no other reason. That's it. That's the whole reason. You are the good guys, you are the protagonists, and you are fighting the antagonists. That's it. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else to it. That's all there is. It's a
But I feel
story.
like the antagonists are always on top.
But they're not. You beat
If,
them at every turn.
sometimes it feels like that to me, though,
Hmm.
very much, because
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, you had a massive fight with the Barachiel in a fucking dungeon. You slaughtered a bunch of them, and then you forced them into making a deal with you. Otherwise, you would have killed them. Every time you come across them, you beat them. You stole their fucking treasure ship. You did all sorts of shit to them. You fucked them up every time. Do you have any idea how frustrated they are with you? They should
Very
be kicking. They
frustrated.
should be
but see
kicking your ass.
the other thing is too, I've been playing this game for a long, long time,
Yeah.
and sometimes I just feel like I am pushing it uphill.
You've also been
But
playing over multiple characters too.
uh, oh yeah, and but the thing is, I feel much better now because at least we're getting somewhere.
I
With
have
the
every intention of making you hate these people.
oh, I do, but I hate
That
them too much. I hate them
Uh,
too much. If I was playing Storm, and I could, I would rip his throat out.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
you'd certainly
that's
try.
yeah. See, but there's always that. There's a certainly try, and they've always got the upper hand, and
It's
that's what it feels like
that okay,
sometimes.
they
It's
they always
frustrating.
have the upper hand until they don't. The
exactly.
thing is with things like this, the harder you have to work for it, the more satisfying the payoff when you succeed.
Exactly.
Well, at this stage, let us say that I do apologize, but I do find it frustrating sometimes.
No, I get it. It's meant the whole thing is like the fact that it's frustrating now is part of the payoff, and
Yeah.
I think part of it is like you're great at combat. I don't think you as a person are really built for politics. I'm not sure any of us as players are, but that's part of the landscape we're dealing with.
Well, I mean, Barry, you played my vampire games for years. How is this different to Prince Loden?
No, we got to a point where we did beat him.
Yes, you did eventually, but how long
We,
did that take, Barry? That took
yeah,
8 years, maybe longer than that. You've been playing this for like
yeah,
4 years.
Years?
yeah,
Yes.
but
And we played like 4 times a week for 8 years.
I was
Oh,
quicker.
wow.
I was quicker and much better in those days than
You
these
also got
days.
frustrated in those days too, but the
Oh
fact
yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah,
did, we've had this conversation like 8 times.
yeah,
Okay, I've had this conversation with you before, and
yeah,
you're frustrated, and I get it, and you should be. That's the thing. You're supposed to be frustrated. I am
Mm,
trying to frustrate you.
yeah.
mm,
I'm trying to frustrate your character, though. I'm not trying to frustrate you. I expect you to be better than that.
mm. I
But
mean, I get frustrated too sometimes. The only time I get frustrated with Russell is where he sets things up where it makes my character look incompetent, at things they're supposed to be good at. Otherwise, it's like, hey, this is part of the game.
Right. And I don't
mm,
often try, I certainly don't try to make you look incompetent.
Oh no, I'm not saying you do, but just sometimes
It
there
happens.
are times when it happens because of this
Yeah.
just the way of narration.
Yeah, and I forget shit and so on, and I'm
Yeah.
juggling
Yeah,
so
I'm
on.
not I know you're not trying to do it intentionally.
Yeah,
mm,
and that's the core thing is that no one's trying to piss anybody off intentionally in the real world. I mean,
Mm.
I had a conversation with Lissa, not Lissa, the Christina earlier tonight by email about her test of high sorcery because
Oh,
she was
God.
genuinely frustrated with that too,
Mm.
right? She felt badly about that, and
but
I went away and I spent some time thinking about why she felt like that and what I could have done better. And we had a conversation. I apologized for my part in that. I think also I looked at it and I think really a lot of it had to do with the fact that the book had a very specific outcome that it expected people to come to. It was like you needed to come to this particular conclusion that if you didn't, the test wouldn't work. And so Christina was being all creative and role playing and in character, and it just didn't work. And that was frustrating for her because she was doing her best. She was in character. She wasn't doing anything wrong. But the book said you had to cast this spell. And if you didn't cast this particular spell, it wasn't going to work. Right. So she was frustrated. So this happens. Um, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we all have this.
Mm.
I think,
We have our moments.
and I want you to remember, Barry, Vincent died on the rooftop of the Sears Tower, and it was a terrible tragedy, and that was frustrating. But then several years later, Prince Loden got fucked up badly when you fired rockets into the Sears Tower. Right? I mean, you beat him, you won.
yeah,
You did win. It just took a lot of work,
yeah.
and you got there in the end. And when you did, it was satisfying. So, you
I've got to
know,
go and help Keith. I'll be back in a minute.
all right. Anyway, okay. So, what are you guys gonna do in the meantime?
Well, if we're waiting for Barry, we could cut to Van Gate.
Sure.
So what do you think of all of this, Lissa?
Well, it's a big undertaking. Getting that treasure here is going to be difficult.
Hmm. Well, they do have your brother with them, and you could always assist if required.
Yeah. He could be quite creative in getting it here.
Hmm.
How far does teleportation go?
I believe it goes anywhere there's a portal.
Yeah, teleportation circle. There's also a teleport spell, I think.
Did we tie that to the portals or not?
Teleportation circle we've tied to the portals.
Right.
Teleport, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not invested in it one way or the other.
Okay. Oh, teleport is a higher level spell, to be fair. That's a 7th level spell, but okay, so teleportation, you're not limited to a circle, but there's a certain percentage chance of mishap depending on how well you know the so
area.
If you do to a teleportation, a permanent circle, or in this case a portal, it works 100% of the time. If it's if you marked an object similarly, which I'm going to assume in this case works is the same as a portal, again works 100% of the time. If it's an area you're familiar with, there's about a 75% chance you'll arrive where you want to.
Right, but if you wanted to take it to like the Turgaile portal, that would be pretty much
Right, but
guaranteed.
an entire treasure ship, though.
Well, you wouldn't do it as one hit.
Well,
What
in
are
that
we
case,
talking about?
You'd have to cast
You
it
would
like
break it up.
you break it up
What
into
what are we
30
talking about?
teleportation spells
Yeah,
to
because
teleport. Lissa could possibly
it
teleport.
says
Yeah.
10 feet.
yeah. Well, it has to be counted as a single object, though.
Well, that's
So
what
it's like
a chest is a single object.
yeah, but you could have like a
10 feet diameter.
10-foot cube. It says if you target an object, it must be able to fit entirely inside a 10-foot cube. Can't
What
be
are you
held.
gonna
To
do?
carry.
Well, it seems to me
Right.
that the logistics would suggest that you would take like how many times could you cast that per day? Like that's a what level spell? 7th level.
Yeah, I mean, if Sornel was doing it, he could do teleportation circle 3 times, then take a short rest, and then do it 3 more times. And just as long as he could keep taking short rests, he could do it.
Well, he still has to sleep though, doesn't he?
True.
She could do it 4 times off her staff.
Okay, so between you could do quite a lot.
So what
And
are
we're talking
we
about
teleporting?
treasure.
Treasure.
How much treasure?
All the treasure. A ship's worth?
Teleporting a whole ship?
No, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about breaking it up into multiple chunks.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, wow, that's like big.
Yes. No, that's why we're talking about how much can you fit and how many times you would have to do it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, with Sornel, it's like he could teleportation circle sends people through. It doesn't it can't just teleport objects.
Okay.
Hang on. I'll double check that. No, that's not what I told it.
Does anyone have wish?
No. I know I don't.
Maith might.
Yeah. You might. I often not to use it.
Does the building?
What, the palace?
Yeah.
I don't think it has wish.
I haven't done a long rest on Lissa.
I don't. I just thought it might.
Yeah.
Because it can do a whole bunch of other things.
Yes.
Like communicate and feelings and emotions.
There's a limit to
wish is a 9th level spell. The stuff that you're talking about is like 3rd level. But still, I see why you think that. It's not a terrible idea. Maith might be your best bet for wish.
Okay.
I'm surprised Lissa can't cast wish. Who were you talking about the other day that could cast it? Didn't
Lissa can cast it, but I opted not to get it.
Oh, yeah.
It's on her spell list, but she doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Can't
Well,
she
then
just
start
take a long
learning
rest? Can't she just take a long rest to do it?
No.
Oh,
She's
she
a
doesn't learn
sorcerer.
it. Oh,
I'm a sorceress.
okay. So she doesn't have it.
Yeah, basically
Right.
she can get it on next level up, but the thing is we looked at it and we just, the thing is with Wish, if you want to use it effectively, you really need an encyclopedic knowledge of the other spells in D&D because the best use of it is to replicate other spells.
Right.
Because if you use it to change reality, there's a 1/3 chance you can just never use it again.
Right. Okay. And you want Maith to take that risk?
No, we're not. That's who suggested we even use Wish? Wasn't it you?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
That's why I
Well,
was asking. Well, I was
See, that
asking
I
you to
find
cast it.
frustrating too. He suggests it, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
can Nimue do
decided the
this?
risk.
You're very frustrated today, Barry. Maybe you don't want to play with us.
I think Barry just felt like beating people up tonight.
Especially that bastard.
Well,
Maybe I should take time off. A couple of weeks off, maybe.
If you will.
Eh?
If you want to.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
Cool. So
I
anyway, what are you
mean,
guys doing?
Okay.
Okay, well, we would be thinking about ways to get it here easier and quicker.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, all right. Does this Lord get my message that I sent for him?
Which lord are we talking about?
Bragan, I think.
Oh,
Half
Bragan.
glitch.
Yes. Oh, him? What?
Oh, the Lich. Oh, he's talking about Vorbis.
Yeah.
What's the message specifically again? Just remind me. We've been talking about a bunch of other stuff.
Well, I want to see if his boat's still out there. And
yep, it is.
It is. All right. I want to see him. In fact, I want an audience with him.
All right. Do you provide a time?
Yes, as soon as is possible.
That's interesting. Is there a token on my screen?
that was me.
That was you.
And it does an area effect on from my sheet. I was testing it out.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I didn't know it could do that. But yeah.
Hmm.
Wow.
I'm thinking about what Vorbis's response is going to be. He responds that he will meet with you on an island in 3 days. If you still wish to meet with him, he is preparing to leave.
All right. I'll give him the 3 days.
All right. So he's going to be heading to he's going to meet you at an island 3 days away from Dagdagiel. So you will need to travel there by boat, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who are you taking with you? I'm assuming
These two, if they want to come.
Yep.
These two, if they want to come. And I'll take, I'll keep a boat offshore somewhere. And I'll have my normal guard with me, not a big one, just my best.
Okay. So your elite guard of like what? How many soldiers is that?
About six.
Okay. All right. Let me set up a little map then.
And these guys have been. I've taught them everything I know about the Barachiel and what kind of tricks they use.
Okay.
I've trained with them.
Okay. Where's this thing? Fucking hell. See this. I can't find the map. All right, well, we'll just do this theater of the mind. All right. So you take a ship.
Yep.
And these guys are coming with you.
Yeah.
Can't let this idiot go off on his own.
All right, very good. So you travel for 3 days. Are you taking which ship are you taking? You don't happen to be taking the Barachiel ship, do you? Or are you taking a Dagdagiel?
That seems like taking the Barachiel ship to meet a Barachiel seems like a bad idea to me.
Yeah, it seemed like that to me too. All right. So no, I'm taking. I'll take the one that I got as a gift.
Okay. Very good. All right, so you sail out to sea, and you can make perception checks.
They're gonna try something, I think.
That seems quite likely.
Yeah, I would if I was them.
Oh, no. I don't see you do that.
Nah. Okay, what am I looking for? Perception.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 15, 25, and 10. All right. So it's a bit stormy, and Nimue, you particularly can sense that this is no normal storm. The storm
Even storm can feel that it's not a normal storm.
Right.
They do this every time.
Storm, you can guess that it's not a normal storm, but Nimue can actually
that's
perceive
what I
it.
mean.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a druid, so.
Right. Exactly.
Cinder has very little experience as to what a natural storm looks like.
Right. Okay, and eventually, as you travel, you get to these craggy rocks out amongst the storm, and you can see this ship that you have previously seen docked there. Looking at it from afar, Nimue in particular, you can see that there are some ruins up on the hill of this particular island. And you see some unnatural looking flickering of light from that direction. Like, it looks like fire flickering, but instead of being red, it seems to be a kind of sickly green-blue color.
It was like coming from that way from the ruins.
Get the idea that we should go in that direction?
So do you bring your ship up to the island?
Yeah.
So you dock, or you rather probably have to take a boat to get across to the actual island itself?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get off and you row across to the island and you pull up on the shore?
While we're in the boat ride, would that take 10 minutes or less?
There's the
Like
rowing?
the rowboat, yeah.
Probably 10 minutes.
Okay. Can Cinder ritual cast a spell while this is going on?
On the boat? On the rowboat?
No. We actually no. He would do it on the ship. He would do it on the ship.
Okay.
He's going to ritual water walk.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
It feels like it might be handy in this situation.
Fair enough. Okay. So you get across to the shore anyway. You get to the beach. Okay. And that costs you no spell slots, so who cares, right?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So from where you are on the beach, you can see that there is a path that goes up to the ruins, up among the crags of this rather desolate island. And you can see these ruins up there. They look like, they actually look like elven ruins. If you were to guess, does anyone want to make a history check?
Yeah, right.
Sure. Spore party. Come on.
23 for Cinder, is it?
Yeah.
1 for Nimue. That's a charisma saving throw. What the hell?
I'm trying to is being pain in the butt moving. A whole 5.
A whole 5.
It's better than a nat. It's not a nat 1.
For whatever reason, Nimue, you're not particularly worried about the style of the architecture of the ruins. You're thinking about the storm, I suppose, and possibly
the storm and that flame that's up ahead.
Right.
I mean, as a druid, an unnatural storm would naturally be really bothering her.
Right, that would be the main cause of concern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very well. With the 23, you believe that the ruins may in fact be leftover remains from the Empire of Shaleku.
These ruins, they resemble some of the structures in the Undercroft at Tabletop. I believe they are from the period of Shaleku.
All right, but you continue onwards. And you get to the ruins eventually. How do you approach the ruins? Are we doing sneaky? Are we just walking up or what?
Just walking up, I think.
Okay. All right. Any preparations besides water walk?
I've got my, I'm ready with my weapons. They're not out, but I'm...
Right, and you've got 6 guards with you.
Yeah. And...
Okay. They're probably not that quiet because they're covered in wyvern-clad armor.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you get to the ruins, and inside the ruins you see this individual standing in the central spot. He has his minions about him, all within about 20 feet of him, and they all stand inside this glowing hemisphere of electricity. He looks up at you as you arrive. Your audience, as requested.
Thank you. I have one question to ask you. Why do you want us so badly? Before you destroy us, at least you owe me that much. Why? What have we got you want?
You do not understand.
I'm
You
asking
must be converted. Dagdagiel, Vaingate, all the great cities of the world, these great populations, need to be brought into the understanding that our egregore has the answer to save the world from Parkard. If you do not convert to our ways, you were all doomed.
Well then, surely, my lord, if we're all doomed and you're not, why should you care?
It
Help
is
me to
our sole
understand.
charge. It is our destiny to save Sidarhael from this blight.
And
We alone have the power to do so, and it is prophesied. Who are we to deny the prophecy of Israel?
So, tell me, make me understand why you poison people and poison the growing of plants and cause all that to happen. Are you telling me that you are doing this to save the world by killing it? Help me to understand.
It is a matter of foresight. It is a matter of the ramifications. Time is of the essence. Time is running out. We do not have time to convince everyone with logic and reason and morality. If we did attempt to do so, it would take generations, by which time the world would be left with another scar like the one it has, but this time it would engulf the world.
But surely, my lord, if you showed us how this prophecy works and what this prophecy will lead to, we would more than help you.
You will reject the prophecy. You have already rejected so much of it. And
It's
that
only,
too is foreseen.
my lord, excuse my ignorance, but the only reason I fight you at all is because you hurt others. If you didn't do that, if you showed me the evidence, if you gave me proof.
Well, then, I invite you to Barachiel, to the Dominion. I would be more than happy to show you proof. But unfortunately, I cannot provide it here.
Why not? You are a great and powerful man. Why can't you give me a scroll? Why can't you give me a...
Insolence is beginning to tire me.
I'm not being insolent. I'm not being insolent. I am asking you to show me. I'm asking you to guide me. Isn't that what you just said you want to do?
We don't have time to guide you, only to lead you.
No, what you're doing is forcing us.
Do you keep cattle?
Oh, that old chestnut. You're trying to use that old chestnut? Well, I'm not cattle. I make my decisions. You make your decisions. I respect that you have decisions to make, but I ain't no cow. Wouldn't you rather we all work together?
It is not a matter of what I want. This is your issue. My wants are immaterial. There
To
is
what one
only
person tells you.
there is what must be done.
Maybe it's our time. You ever stop to think of that? Maybe it's our time to be
Look to the
destroyed.
sky. You will see the red star. It cometh.
Just as I said, maybe it's our time.
Perhaps it is your time.
So you and I are enemies basically because you want to force your will upon me. Isn't that correct?
Give me some reason to continue this conversation.
The reason I would give you, my lord, you wouldn't understand.
Perhaps.
The reason that millions will die long before the Packard rift comes and happens, you wouldn't understand. Because you're just a puppet.
Your crying and whining is tiring me.
Because you're a puppet. I'm not.
Truly,
so,
you're not.
My lord,
and
I
on
have an answer
what
to your people.
circumstance are you not a puppet? You have been dancing to our tunes since the beginning.
Oh, you speak childish rubbish. I'm not staying for this childish rubbish.
Who destroyed Ixtlan?
Bring on your plagues and whatever you want to do, because there's another thing you're going to need when you finish for yourself. A good supply of body bags. Because there'll come a time when I'll put you in one, my lord. I
hope you
try
feel
to
better
reason
now.
with you. Unless you want to kill me here.
I agreed to meet you. I will give you this one grace. But you do not have long. My patience thins.
Remember this day, because you chose it.
That is where you are wrong. I did not choose it.
I have spoken, and that is it.
Run along, little pussycat. I've had enough of your gabbing now.
Oh.
Be
He
gone.
just turns around and leaves.
Cinder just turns back and says, I am genuinely sorry about his behavior. And then follows Storm out.
Nimue?
This is sorry. I don't know what to say. She kind of leaves.
Very good.
I
Okay.
turn around to, which one are you playing?
Cinder, Nimue.
Cinder. I turn around to Cinder and I go, Cinder.
What?
Never apologize for me again.
Your behavior is embarrassing.
Then, if you think it's embarrassing, leave.
Don't tempt me.
I'm not tempting you. I'm telling you right now. You're either with me or against me. If you want to be against me, that's what you choose.
Are you trying to alienate all of your allies?
You don't have the right to apologize for me.
I am not apologizing for you. I am apologizing because I am being seen with someone who acts like a child. You are an emperor. You need to get a better control of your emotions. These outbursts do not make you look strong. They make you look weak. And as if you are lashing out. You need to be in control of yourself.
You said it before. I'm a predator.
And this is not the time to strike. What did you hope to achieve by antagonizing him?
You have to show your enemies that you don't fear.
That is not what you showed him.
If that's the way you feel, leave my kingdom.
Have it your way. I will return to Tabletop. I will not darken your door in Dagdagiel, but I will go no further.
You might as well join him.
Do not insult me.
Ha! Then do not insult me.
Do you really wish the Burning Path to withdraw their support of you?
I was in the Burning Path before you were.
You were not. I was there the day you arrived after the precursor stone landed. I was here long before you arrived. Do not lie to my face.
If you think that what I do is wrong,
I am counseling you because I value you as an ally.
how can I? Okay, you think I'm childish.
I believe that you are acting out of frustration, and I am trying to assist you. Is this what you want? You only want people who tell you the things you want to hear.
Hold it for. You know I'm acting, eh?
I know.
I just want to be sure, because sometimes.
No. The thing is, we're both playing strong-willed characters. This happens sometimes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I'm not offending you, because I don't want to.
No. Trust me, this isn't how you offend me.
Okay. All right.
Storm, let us get on the ship. There is something I need to tell you first. Please let us continue our conversation there. There are things I would rather not risk them hearing.
All right. Perhaps I am being rash. Perhaps.
You are frustrated. You are a warrior placed in an impossible situation. You need to understand that your frustration, your anger is their goal. This is what they are trying to achieve. But there's something I have determined, and I need to talk to you about it in private.
I see. Okay. His demeanor changes. His shoulders go down,
okay.
like.
You are absolutely a fierce warrior, and you are even in, and I think Storm does speak Abyssal, and I'm pretty sure that soldiers wouldn't, and I just say to him quietly, even on the front lines of the Blood War, you would have held your own against many fierce enemies. Your combat prowess is nearly unmatched among those I have seen. So do not take my attitude for disrespect. And then switches back to common. They see, just as we have suggested sowing dissent among them, they are trying the same with us. They want us stressed. They want us frustrated. They want us to lash out and make mistakes. But anyway, but let us speak more on the ship.
All right.
So you get on the rowboat and you and the guards row back to the ship.
Okay. Now, I would like to speak to him in private. Nimue being there is perfectly welcome. I would love to have her there.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this in the hold of the ship somewhere?
Probably,
yeah. And you know how tigers, when they're in a cage, they pace?
I was about to say you're inside of like a Faraday cage that Lord Skagaran built inside the ship.
Okay, yeah. And like he's doing that because
Faraday cage.
He's completely lost.
Yeah. Storm, there is something that you need to consider. The Barachiel are very much guided by prophecy, and especially Sidarhael's prophecy. Do you think that Sidarhael did not foresee this? Now, there is something else to consider. The Barachiel descended from slaves from Sidarhael's empire that escaped, and he does the whatever the local equivalent of air quotes is when he says escaped.
Yeah.
Their existence was planned by Sidarhael. The Barachiel are not a defect in the prophecy. The Barachiel are the whetstone Sidarhael has repaired for the heroes to hone themselves against. They are a trial for us to overcome. Nothing of value was ever gained without effort. I know that this is frustrating for you, but I do believe that that you and with your advisors and resources, you can overcome this. You have the strength of will. You just need to have the clarity of purpose in order to push through.
So you're telling me I need to channel it. See, I understand the sword.
You are a sword, and you need to sharpen your edge. You need to sharpen an edge so that you can cut through their schemes. But you cannot rely on anger. You need to be cool, calm, and collected. We cannot allow ourselves to make easy mistakes.
This one knows how to push my button.
You think that was an accident, their behavior? For everything they did from arriving in the palace unannounced, that was by design. They want you angry and lashing out like a caged beast. But you are not a caged beast, are you? You simply need to blend in with your environment better and find the time to strike. Let them think that you are on the back foot. Meanwhile, you are stalking them.
Yes. I have to do something about my reaction.
The thing to do in these instances is to breathe and center yourself.
Oh. Zor used to talk about that a lot.
Yes, I have learned a great deal from him. Perhaps you should send for him. Besides, you wish to talk to him about the drow situation. What did you not?
Yes. Yes. Maybe he could teach me to channel it in the right place.
I believe that would be for the best. Perhaps we could call for Lissa again. You have known her a long time. Perhaps spending time with her would help you find your focus.
Yes. Perhaps. Okay. With that, he starts to sort himself out, but he's still like angry inside. So, but he's trying to calm himself down. Okay. Russell,
Yeah.
what happens?
Well, you're on a boat.
Yeah.
You're going back to the city?
Yeah.
So you've got 3 days on the boat again. So you've had 6 days altogether on the boat, going out there and coming back. So I don't know if you've probably had time to think about things, and you've had a lot of time at sea.
Where is Lissa? She's at
She's in Vane Gate, isn't she?
Vane Gate, isn't she?
You can message her, I'm sure. One of you must have a message stone or something. Or a spell.
One of my magical people must have a message stone or something.
Maybe we have an NPC. Unfortunately, it's not on my spell list unless I've got unless I've got scrolls or a sending stone or something.
Oh, we could give you scrolls.
Yeah, because Cinder, like normally scrolls are locked to like your class spell list, but Cinder can use any scroll.
Wow.
Technically, okay. he can so basically he's got a feature that allows him to ignore race and class restrictions, which most people interpret as being like scrolls being class restricted.
Wow. Okay.
On magic items.
Nice. Okay.
So if you gave him a staff of power, he could use it even though artificers aren't on the list for it.
Jesus. Well, funnily enough, you were just standing next to someone with a staff of power, so you know.
Yeah, but Cinder's not a thief.
Right. You'd have to you'd have to pry it out of his cold, dead hands.
And stop him from coming back for it. And
stop him from using it on you first.
And Cinder is also, like, the Lich isn't actively trying to kill us. Let's not antagonize him.
Right. To be fair, he was really close to... It had occurred to him. All right. Very good. So you get back to the city. And if you wanted to send a message to Lissa, you can. And if Lissa wanted to, she could get to Tiragail and then to Dagdagiel by the time they get back to the city.
Yeah? She'll be there waiting.
So she's waiting at the dock when the ship turns up.
As soon as I see her, this is how bad he's kind of feeling. He just gives her such a big hug. And he doesn't care if anybody's watching. He is pretty much, down on his luck sort of thing. Listen, I need to talk to you.
Yes. I hear that you've had a bit of trouble. And had some outbursts. Shall we walk?
Yeah. We get to the gardens of the where I hang out, and they're private gardens.
This is the palace, right?
Yeah.
Back to the palace.
The
so
palace,
you go by carriage to the palace and then wander through to the gardens. All right. Where is Cinder during this? Just so I have a picture.
I think he's like,
Bashing steel?
no, for once he's not.
Wow, okay.
He's like he can't get that picture of the crown out of his head, so he's like going through the libraries trying to see if he can find a picture of it depicted anywhere, anything on it.
Very good. You make another research check with your investigation. And I'll come back to you in a minute once let these guys role play while you do that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yes.
I've been thinking about advocation.
Is it because of the incident that just happened?
Yes. I mean, let's face it, Lissa. I'm a warrior. I'm not an emperor. I never was an emperor. I mean, if it wasn't for Avery, what's your character's name again?
Cinder.
If it wasn't for Cinder, I mean, I was prepared to throw Cinder out.
Oh, goodness.
Because he was, well, telling me the truth. I mean, you know, they taunted me and they played me like a harp. They pulled my strings and I fell for it.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes with them not to lose yourself with them. You just gotta find a way to be calm.
I mean, your future husband would make a marvelous emperor.
He believes in you. And he believes that you are a great emperor.
No. What do you think? Shall I?
No, Storm, you're doing a great job. You just need to take a breath. You have a lot on your shoulders. And I do have something to ask you to be lighten the mood.
Yes.
Would you walk me down the aisle?
I would be more than honored.
Thank you. You're my oldest and dearest friend. And I would really like for you to. And thank you for accepting.
Anything you need from me, Lissa, you have only to ask. Well, thank you.
And you're welcome.
You know, our companion is way wiser than I am. I think I'll spend more time listening to him.
Yes, he is very wise.
I am so annoyed that I let them play me like a flute.
Well, from what Stannis told me, you had a frustrating day too, and them on top of it didn't help matters.
Oh, yes. One man wanted me to execute his wife because she was having an affair with his best friend.
Oh, goodness gracious. People, they can be outrageous.
Can't humans just get along? I mean...
I agree with you there.
All right. I will continue, but they are definitely getting under my skin.
You know what I do when I get frustrated?
What?
I take a deep breath and count backwards. 10 to 1. And that helps calm me down. Maybe you should try it?
maybe I should. I'm gonna get Zor to come over and teach me some of that meditation.
Oh, that would help a lot.
Yes. And you and him talk for a while and talk about other things, memories, things we've done together.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've talked to him.
So how's the wedding plans going?
Oh, they're going good. Having a little
Good.
difficulty with flowers, but we're working through it. I want this specific color, purple roses, and we're having trouble finding them.
I can have my people look if you want.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. And he goes around with you for a while and he gets calm and yeah. Then he goes back to being the emperor. I will give the Council of Princes a rundown on what the Barachiel has threatened to do.
Do the princes know about the debt?
No.
So are you sure you want to do that?
I artfully missed the debt out. If you
Leave that
know,
detail out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only Lissa knows that detail.
Yeah. Just nicely leave that one out until we get it all paid off. Yeah. All right. So,
All right.
yeah, and he just goes on trying to keep the city going.
Very well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shall we wrap up there? Do you want to do anything, Cinder, before we wrap?
I did that investigation check.
I gave you an answer.
Oh, yep. Okay, cool. Thank you. I see that. Nope. I'm good.
All right, very good. Well, then we shall put it to bed here for now, and I'll see you next week. And next week we're going to be doing this game on Thursday, and then Dragonlance on Sunday. Just next week, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, what we're doing this one on Thursday.
So we do this
Yep.
on Thursday, just like this week, same as this week. But
Yeah.
instead of Dragonlance, will be on Sunday night.
Sunday.
Yeah.
This
I'll give you
Saturday, Sunday, or
No, a week
the
from
next
Sunday.
a week from,
A
yeah.
week.
So it's a big
Okay.
wait. There's a big waiting time for that.
Next
Sadly.
week Sunday.
I mean, we got 2 sessions of Dragonlance in this week, so I think we're
That's
doing
true.
pretty well.
We did do that. That's true.
Yeah. I was just making sure I got my time right.
Yep.
You'd be missing me.
No worries. Okay. Well,